How can something as beautiful as this be dying? A plague is ruining the land, but the tree of life still stands. Question is, for how long? End is coming to the new world. The tribes stand divided, in need of someone strong enough to unite them, or bring them all down. This is a story with an unusual beginning. Welcome to Biomutant. Encode your DNA. Define your genetic structure. Choose a genetic resilience. Choose your first style. Pick your main color. Choose your detail color. Pick a class: Sentinel, Commando, Psy-Freak. Commando, Psy-Freak, Saboteur, Sentinel, Deadeye. Deadeye chosen. Good choice. Stories of death and the bodies left behind. A reminder that we're at the mercy of nature and the one that preys on others. Do you remember the beast that shattered your family, or did you choose to forget? You turned your back on our world and got lost in your own. Meanwhile, the predator only grew stronger. this is not the time nor place to end this story. This time, it was best to run and live to fight another day. Let us hope you're ready for it when it comes. The predator isn't the only threat. The wildlife started to mutate when the end of days began, and the tree of life started to die. Keep hauling yourself into the air. The oil sludges everywhere. To most, it only means death, but some have adapted to the new environment and changed with it. Evolution has its ways. Slash. Right where it cuts. An emergency box from the once was. A rare sight. That pipe looks weak. The claw bar should come in handy. Whoa! It's time to find a way out of this place. No, really, I mean it. The Morks produce biomatter in their multi-organ that they shed under distress, rods that affect the cellular coding strands of any living being when absorbed, including you. The scrap keeps piling up. On a leash. Toxanol built vessels called arks to save themselves from the impending doom. But was it too late? It is only from the flight logs of the single ark they left behind that we know other arks travelled through the sky and beyond. It seems those that came before us never lost hope in finding a new home for their kind. There are few records of the chain of events that led to the big apocalypse eons ago, but it's clear the world wasn't prepared for how recklessly the Toxanol Corporation would make its mark on the world. Their rare earth mining and nuclear industries generated tons of waste, and, without consideration for the future, they dumped it all in landfills until they ran out of space. That's when they made the big mistake. They began dumping the toxic waste in the surf just off the coast instead, assuming that it would sink and decay with time. And they were right, but no one was prepared for what was about to unfold. Once in the surf, the radiation interfered with the genetics of the wildlife and created bizarre mutations in their offspring. It had an inconceivable impact on biodiversity and the entire ecosystem. The world as they knew it crumbled as nature retaliated. It would never be the same again, and what remained of it became ours. Of spark metal going pew-pew is never a good thing. It's coming from behind that door. A warning label. The box looks like a potential brain melt. It's going to take a bit of puzzling to short-circuit the door. Just a few moves left. Make them count. There you go. The wheeled one is outnumbered. You'd better help him out. Dead already. That's the last of them. Let's talk to the wheeled one before backup arrives. He wants to thank you for taking his side against the scavengers. He sounds familiar. You just can't figure out why.
Tolowoya lo yalobatoloyo.
He presents.
Tolowoya lo yalobatoloyo.
He doesn't seem surprised that you don't recognize him. You were just a
Tolowoya lo yalobatoloyo.
There have been rumors.
Maotoliawa.
The legend of the one-eyed child that grew up as an outcast is old and sad.
Maoketo tolu ayadre tuloya. Voto luna.
The child could have been anyone, but the evil it had fled had left a mark. How Lupa.
Satuata papkila. Yatu yao kanjita duela bofo. Yamolowando.
He says it has taken. It was after the attack that the unity fell up. After the old. Had it not been for the Tree of Life, no one would have survived. He hopes you at least remember the tree. Asks if you were tired, as it's a bit of a hike. He understands why you came all the way out here to. The potato people, or Nono, are a wonder. Somehow magic. He claims it's just the force of life, the existence of energy, powering and connecting all things living, like the Nono prefer to hide in glitter grass. He says you should get over there and ruffle it. See if. The Nono's key energy is just what the Pensine. The small tree you saw up there where you'll need a net to catch. You handle that net like. He's grateful for all the help he can get. There's lots of nono out there that need... Oh, it'll need a continuous flux of ki over the 20... One day, he hopes... But... Now that you've seen the nono's connection with the tree with your own eyes, you have no reason to doubt. You can already see the effects from how... He says you'd better hurry back to the village before... That's not true. She's the reason there's still unity. He lost you there for a while. He says he remembers every single day he devoted to growing the tree of... The tree started to die when the end of days begun, and records tell of the ruinous devastation the Toxanol Corporation inflicted on the land. The apocalypse sparked a re-evolution, the second coming, and our lineage. His friend Gizmo is working on a Mekton and needs help defeating the Jumbo Puff at the end of the West Route. Wiz is still repairing his octopod to confront the Merc Puff that dwells deep down under the surface at the end of the Northwest Route. Noko has tamed the Midget and is preparing to take on the Hoof Puff at the end of the East Route. Finally, Goop is almost done with the Goo Glide, a machine able to ride the waves of the surf all the way out to the Porky Puff at the end of the route to the southeast. Out of Date says his friends are gearing up to stop the World Eaters. There's one at the end of each route. The road ahead won't be easy, but he's counting on your support. His friends aren't strong enough to end this on their own. Regardless, you're getting the hang of it. Quickest way out is through the roof where they came in, and the rope looks strong enough to climb. Know that the Tree of Life is dying. Its days are numbered. Without help, it can't endure the environmental change and assault from the World Eaters.